QPW SuperSlam, featuring Alofa one-on-one with Brian Cage. For the QPW Tag Team Championships, Al Snow and Apolo versus Michael Kovac and Demolition Davies. In a fatal four-way match, Mysterio, Carlito, Muertes, and PJ Black all do battle. The QPW King of the Ladders Championship. It's champion Caprice Coleman defending against Matt Carr, Jonny Storm, and Johnny Raw. For the QPW Middle East Championship, Johnny Mundo defends against Cody Rhodes. And the QPW World title is at stake as champion Raaber defends against Alberto Elpatron. Tonight on QPW SuperSlam.
Welcome you to Doha, Qatar. My name is Cody here at the Qatar Pro Wrestling. At Ali bin Hamad Al Attiyah Arena, I am joined by the legendary outspoken world champion, franchise kingdom, star-studded. We have culture, we have pomp, we have circumstance. It has been a long flight here. Look at the card today.
I'm so excited to jump the double right here in the beautiful Qatar city, Doha, the incredible arena, and some incredible athletes on the card tonight, starting right now with one wild song.
This is Qatar Pro Wrestling SuperSlam, and this is Alofa, the Wild Samoan with his representation, Mr.H. boisterous, confident words to fans here in Doha. as he represents Alofa, a wild Samoan, an individual that has decades of ring experience franchise. We'll talk more about that lineage. But first, we're going to get a little bit of a look at the absolute machine. That he does, he is absolutely indescribable. It's why the machine nickname fits, because he defies a lot of what you'd expect from a pro wrestler. Francis, I know you've seen Brian Cage before, you're instantly impressed.
Look, Joe, I told you before about Brian Cage. The first time I saw him wrestle WrestleCon this past year, I was immediately impressed. Yes, he's big and thick, but he's agile as any luchador, as any 150-pound guy. This kid can move.
Cage is making a nickname for himself worldwide as part of the underground. He is a staple in the West Coast of the United States. Obviously, he has sought the attention of promotions and executives all over the world. We have best athletes all over the planet here tonight, not just from the Middle East, not just from America, not just from Europe, but we get a little bit of everything here tonight. This is truly a hybrid of styles, a hybrid of cultures, all together under the banner of the universal language of pro wrestling.
Absolutely. You know, in the United States of America, this match, this card could not be happening. Wrestlers from across the promotions in America have come to Qatar to show the Persians and all the rest of the wrestling fans in this area exactly what they're capable of. You know, the one thing I love about Brian Cage is, aside from just the gift of athleticism that he has physically, is he's got the confidence of a great professional wrestler. And he's in the ring with a guy that comes from a family that is known for being vicious and being successful.
Without a doubt, we are officially underway. Brian Cage, a 12-year pro in his own right, has traveled many, many miles, and as every time I see it, I mean, not in like a cliche either, but just noticeably larger, wider, the traps, the deltoid, the biceps, everything just expands time and time again. But will that power be enough to stop the mass of Alofa?
Well, as they used to say back in the day in the classic, the latissimus dorsi. This guy can float to the ring, fly to the ring on those wheels.
Daring Brian Cage to collide with him. Cage, I think he was announced as about 60, 70 pounds or so. May have grown since the ring introductions.
And what's Alofa weighing in? 400?
He's healthily over 3 bills, if not close to 4. Mr.H has him on a high-carb diet.
Believe you're right.
But, the old cliche, irresistible force, movable object. Alofa with a hard right hand. Cage was not expecting that. Here and there they go.
This is one thing the Samoans excel at, bringing the viciousness right from the get-go of the match. Alofa met Brian Cage right on the point of the kisser. And I'm telling you, ain't got no muscles there to defend against that.
Cage is reeling. I think he didn't have a chance to brace himself, but Cage maybe living up to that nickname of the machine, just firing on all cylinders.
Look at Alofa's head just snapping back.
Cage may have a little bit of blood on his face, I think, from one of those strikes. And Alofa is dazed but still on his feet.
The fact that he didn't go down astounds me.
And a steam second time known.
When you got a guy like Cage throwing clotheslines that viciously, not knocking somebody down, that's impressive.
Roto tube, taking it back down.
Listen to this sellout crowd here in Doha. They're loving Brian Cage right now.
The explosiveness of the man sometimes called the Swolverine. And if you're Mr. H, what is going through your mind right now? You don't even have a chance to recoup with Alofa because Brian Cage is on the hard. Get out of there, H.
If you're Mr. H, you're wondering how fast you can get the next flight out of Doha and out of Qatar.
They're battling amongst these people. Our cameras are trying to keep with it as much as possible. Brian Cage loves to travel, loves the scenery here. Beautiful country. He's been all over the world. AAA in Mexico, Noah in Japan. Just add another country to the list. Brian Cage quickly becoming a worldwide sensation. Alofa firing back Mr. H, the noticeable distraction.
Absolutely. Look, what you said about Brian Cage, in each one of these places he's been to wrestle, he's picking up more and more experience, like right there, knowing when to get the hell out of the way. You're right, he's bleeding.
Yeah, that happened somewhere in the early going of this matchup, thanks to Alofa. I'm not really sure when it happened, but hey, to get a dent in the armor of Cage, you gotta be tough. And it's Cage firing away.
Over inside this receipt, Mr. Dombrowski.
And H is on the apron, and if I was H, I'd be halfway to the parking lot. Cage wants a head of steam. Imagine this much massive. Oh, and the momentum works against him. Shoulder first into the ring post.
Oh, wow. That ring post is unforgiving. I don't care how muscle bound you are. The clavicle can snap very easily hitting a steel post like that.
Alofa does not need, I'm going to count on one that time. Wow, I was going to say Alofa does not need a big opening to capitalize. Again, the fact he's been a part of that Samoan dynasty, his son off the Wild Samoan, he's been around this little. Hey, come on, Mr. H.
I mean, he's trying to help him out a little bit here.
Help who? Brian Cage? Alofa?
Help his man.
Help his man.
You know, just now Alofa covered Brian Cage. 400 pounds across your chest trying to pin you down. It takes one hell of a lot of strength to kick out of that. And there go, a hell of a lot of energy being lost that you could use later in a match.
Alofa has been, and Mr. H once again taking liberties. Come on now. That's what's so frustrating. Alofa doesn't need this kind of help. Alofa has been a fixture in Qatar Pro Wrestling these past several events. He was undefeated for such a time. He was the first Middle East champion over here. His first loss was to Jonny Mundo. His only loss was to Jonny Mundo. He survived a grueling tournament to get that Middle East championship. You know he'd love another opportunity at it. We'll see Jonny Mundo later tonight. Perhaps Alofa can put himself in top contention.
No doubt about it. Look at Alofa right now with all that weight leaning down on Brian Cage with an earth pace. The one little known secret, the Samoan family all has martial art background.
Cage to his feet. What is it about that Samoan dynasty, the martial arts, that has made them so successful and so dangerous over such a wide span of time? Every evolution and change in pro wrestling, the one constant has been the Samoan dynasty.
I'm going to go to another word, dynasty. From the time these kids are born, they eat, breathe, sleep, live professional wrestling and kicking ass. Nobody does it better than the Samoans.
And a knife edge chops don't hurt either. 30 years or so, Alofa's been in the ring, everywhere from WWE to ECW, and Mr. H as well. Come on. Once again, the only time H is brave enough to go within 20 feet of Brian Cage is when he's not moving.
Hey, Alofa's going to need every bit of help he can get. It looks like he's getting plenty of it from Mr. H right here in Doha.
Playing this official like the proverbial fiddle. Again, the experience of Alofa coming into play as he may be signaling. Tap his headbutt coming up. Telegraphed it.
Brian Cage is damn lucky he got the hell out of the way of that.
Yeah, again, no matter how big, how muscular you are, there's no way to protect yourself from one of the Samoan stick skills.
Look, he's trying to fire back Alofa, but Cage is right in front of him.
And again, this many strikes by Cage, and Alofa still to his feet. Thrust, kick, dazes the big man.
He's rebounded. Here's Cage on the attack.
Ooh. Brian Cage, oh, this!
Whoa!
Nearly 400-pound slam!
You talk about power from Brian Cage. I think the entire city of Doha just took a bounce.
Maybe Brian Cage could be in title contention for Johnny Mundo. Oh, Samoan drop, this'll do it. If Alofa hits this, it's over. Cage out of the way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Look at the power in Cage.
You gotta have unbelievable power to do that. Modified F5, Cage takes the big man down.
Go for the pin, Cage.
My God. He calls that the F5, and Mr.H may go for a ride of his own.
He better get the high dodge. He'll be in trouble with someone like Cage.
Are you kidding? Much deserved. Oh, wait a second. Alofa, he's got the ring steps. Ring steps cut Cage, I think, right in that injured mouth.
Well, the referee's having none of it. He's calling for the immediate disqualification, I believe.
Whoa.
Alofa's stinging on the attack.
Can we get the power on here? Technical difficulties. Alofa's beating the absolute bejesus out of Cage. We need some help out here.
Look, all kidding aside, this match is now over. Cage could be in trouble and get seriously hurt. Get security or somebody out.
Oh, not the Samoan drop. Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? The Stinger's here?
Oh, it's the franchise of WCW, no pun intended. It's the icon of Impact Wrestling, the vigilante of WWE. Oh, it's Mr. Sting!
Look at these people. They're astounded. A legendary man like the Stinger is here right now.
2016 Hall of Fame, over a dozen World Championships, 8 timeless, it's from this industry, and Alofa wants absolutely nothing to do with the dark and intimidating Sting.
Everybody here in Country knows exactly what the Stinger scream means.
And the California boys stick together, Sting out to help Brian Cage, and could this be an endorsement, a passing of the torch? One of the greatest legends of all time to perhaps a future legend.
Yeah, but I'm going to ask you a question here. You've been crying all match long about Mr.H getting involved. What's the difference now with Stinger getting involved?
The match was over, man, and Sting didn't touch it.
Okay.
It's so great to see the Stinger in the house.
Well, this is QPW, and you're going to have to show tonight. It is showtime!
The icon Sting puts his mark of endorsement on Qatar Pro Wrestling, and Doha will never forget when they saw an icon up close in person.
This is just match number 1 here tonight. What other surprises has Qatar Professional Wrestling for the fans here in Doha?
history in the making franchise. I'm so happy to be a part of this. Talk Pro Wrestling has been growing year in and year out, month in and month out. We've seen historic moments in crowning of champions. Tonight, the very first tag team champions in Guitar Pro Wrestling are crowned, and certainly as somebody with the tag team history lineage that you have, this is a proud day for you as a former world champion.
I've been dying to see this match, especially with one of my old nemesis, Snow involved.
I know you don't like Richard Park, I'm not you.
Pretty excited, but look at the size of this Demolition Davies. Good God.
It looks like he's overflowing from his outfit. This guy is huge. And we've seen Kovac as a regular part of many events over the past several months in Guitar Pro Wrestling, and Kovac has a heck of a heavy behind him.
Yeah, look, with 23, 24 years experience in the ring from Austria, this guy's going to know his way around the square circle.
I want to talk about knowing the way around the square circle. I've been over three decades in professional wrestling. Made what is probably in his mind a daring decision to not have Ed accompanying him to ringside here tonight. But Al Snow has a little bit more than that 6'4", 295 Apolo. But back jumping before the bell is Kovac and Davies. Tag team attraction here. First QPW tag team title holders, and it seems Kovac and Davies have come in with a plan.
Yeah, look what they've done immediately. They cut him. They've cut Al Snow off from his partner, and they're taking it right to Al's in the best shape of his career. But age takes its toll on all of us.
Without a doubt, but hey, Al Snow looks at it like age is just a number, man. It's almost like he's hit a career resurgence. You know that now from Demolition Davies, but man, Al Snow has been touring the world. He still wrestles a regular schedule, and he is certainly one of the brightest minds in our industry.
No doubt about it, but when you're in with a 400-plus pound behemoth like Demolition Davies, that experience sometimes doesn't do you much good, Joe.
I think Kovac is the main source of information, but I'm not sure what exactly goes through the mind of Demolition Davies. And it's interesting that they're on rolling style by Kovac. Al Snow reaching for a tag cover. Apolo makes the save. Kovac from Austria, Davies from Germany. Think there's going to be any issue with these two getting on the same page and staying there? They've done well so far.
I'm sure there's a bit of a hegemony, jealousy between these two, but you know, Kovac with 24 years experience in this business, he's got Al Snow right where he wants him. It looks like Demolition Davies and Kovac are taking a page right out of the Anderson book on tag team wrestling.
Anderson's before in his career. He knows how that feels.
Look how far Al Snow is from tagging his partner Apolo. He might as well be a million miles away.
Davies, an 8-year pro, former Danish pro wrestling champion. Certainly, again, just the worldwide influence of Guitar Pro Wrestling. Evident in this tag team matchup. You have 4 different countries represented.
Yeah, you missed something right now. Just a second ago with Davies. When he was blocking off Al Snow, he was blocking off Al Snow's breathing passage, making it...
reaching through the legs for a tag, but Davies a death grip on the waist of Al Snow.
Rubbing across the shoulder blades. And now look, sitting with all that weight on his back, again making it difficult, and again covering his airway.
Almost taunting Al Snow here, making Al look at Apolo, but still not within reach of the Puerto Rican standout.
Like I said, he might as well be a million miles away from his tag team partner.
Al Snow was once looked at as a diamond in the rough, an underrated competitor, and Al Snow nearly got there. Al Snow nearly got there, but Davies pulled the tights at the last possible second. You can see the frustration on the face of Apolo.
Look, I'm going to call something on Apolo. I know he's got experience, but just now when he saw his partner reaching for him, he should have been stretching as far as he could to get over that rope to make that tag, because Al Snow's in trouble.
Demolition Davies connects with a splash. My goodness.
Did you see the ring post move on that? Now, oh!
Drops with a senton, cover Apollo makes the save. And again, you can see that temper of Apollo coming into play as Al Snow just trying to get whatever he can in his system to get the blood flowing, get the adrenaline pumping, but Al Snow got caught off guard from Jump Street and really has never fully recovered.
Now I want to point something out to you. Twice so far we've seen interference from outside the ring, and both times it's been with Al Snow's partner, Apollo. So now where's the crying, Joe, for all the rules that you always want to espouse?
A 5 count to get in and out, but Al Snow with a clothesline to Kovac. But notice how far away Al Snow still is from his corner. Al is reaching, Al is crawling, and can the owner of the Al Snow Wrestling Academy find a way to get a tag?
Toe lock and a leg lock by Kovac. Brilliant move.
24 years experience of Kovac to neutralize Al Snow, cut that ring off at a tight hot noose. And now Demolition Davies back in.
You know, when you're in that position, I've been there many times in my career, there's a feeling of getting the pit of your gut that my ass is in trouble.
And looking at a guy like Demolition Davies can only enhance that feeling.
No doubt about it. It's like waking up in the middle of a Halloween movie or something.
Al Snow has been a tag team champion before. Successful tag team with Mick Foley once upon a time. Apollo, 4-time tag champion in IWA. Partners such as Ricky Banderas, Miguel Perez, but they are so far away. And the QPW tag comes away. Al Snow inside Kato.
1, 2.
There's a skirmish with Apollo. There's a skirmish with Apollo and Kovac that Kovac had instigated. And Al Snow now has this matchup won. He's got the big man trapped, but as soon as the official is free, Demolition Davies finds a way out.
Apollo's going to get his head into this match, or Al Snow's going to end up looking at the lights for a 1, 2, 3 count.
Wait a second, Shane. Al Snow was over at the corner. He was within arm's length of Apollo, but Kovac again had baited Apollo into dropping off of his corner.
The point is,
Kovac is a sneaky individual.
sneaky sometimes is smart.
Well, I wouldn't want the lack of temper of Apollo to be angry at me, as Kovac certainly rejoicing in the spotlight as he feels that championship gold maybe just a heartbeat or two away for he and his tag team partner Demolition Davies.
Boy, did you see Kovac just now adding insult to injury, just smacking Al Snow in the back of the head. Al's got a temper, and I know he's going to be pretty ticked off right about now.
And Apollo certainly as well as Kovac talking both men as Al Snow with a reversal. I think Al Snow sent Kovac into maybe the boot of his own tag team partner.
He's got a tag, he's got a tag.
Kovac grabbing onto the ankle again.
Stretch.
Did he get there? No. Enzuigiri kick. Al Snow's broken the grasp of Kovac and the tag to Apollo. Apollo is unloading. The 18-year pro with men like Dutch Mantel and Savio Vega on his resume of trainers. Straight from Ponce, Puerto Rico, the huge back body drop.
Well, look, he hasn't been able to knock down the big man.
Ooh.
Will he go? Oh.
Huge impact for everybody. The 8-time IWA Puerto Rico World Champion got him now.
Great timing by Demolition Davies to save his partner.
Also a former TNA World Tag Team Champion with D'Lo Brown. Could it be an omen? The tag team experience of the past could it play a hand in a potential victory here? Not if Kovac and Davies have a say.
Look, Al Snow's out of it. He's out of this match for all intents and purposes. Right now it's 2-on-1.
But the 2 breaks the grasp and a huge double clothesline.
Was there a tag? Did Al Snow tag his partner on the shoulder?
Did you see one?
It looked like one. Wait!
Apollo! Full Nelson slam!
That's 400 plus pounds.
And here comes the snowplow! And Al Snow did make the tag!
He's got him!
And Al Snow the victory! We have new champions!
Impressive. First ever QPW Tag Team Champions being crowned here in Doha, Qatar tonight. Impressive.
champions we'll have in the future here in Qatar Pro Wrestling, you can trace the beginning, the genesis, back to this very day tonight at QPW SuperSlam. Alpha and Apolo, you can never take away from them. They were the first of what will hopefully be a long line of very prestigious Qatar Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
History started tonight.
The pro wrestling business is a really difficult business. There's a lot of dark things. There's a lot of mafia. There's really bad promoters. And it's really difficult to find. It's really difficult to find honest people. I got lucky when I went to Tampa, Florida, and I met this guy. He was the first one ever talking to me when that company WWE hired me. He was the first one talking to me, to extend his hand and shake my hand to let me know that he was my friend. If you're okay with this, and if my good friend, my best friend Bobby Killer accept my challenge champion, the Bobby Killer, against Alberto Elpatron for the World Heavyweight Championship.
We have a match coming up.
That's been the case of people who don't want to be
We are getting set for a dynamic and energetic Fatal 4-Way matchup here at Qatar Pro Wrestling. We talk about four athletes who forget about political affiliations, forget about promotional boundaries. We have four different styles with four guys who are not at all shy about putting it all on the line to win a matchup for the Kick It All Off franchise. With the introduction of Carlito, and we've talked about wrestling dynasties where Carlito it all goes back to his father, Puerto Rico, the godfather of Puerto Rican professional wrestling, talking about Carlos Colon.
For decades, Carlos Colon wreaked havoc in the wrestling business. His now infamous feud with Abdul the Butcher set the standard for hardcore in professional wrestling.
Carlito picked right up where his dad left off his first night on the WWE main roster. He won the United States Championship.
That's been the case of people who don't want to be cool.
He and Primo were unified a couple of Central Tag Team Championships in WWE at one point, and Carlito maybe didn't fit in line with some of the corporate hierarchy, maybe was his own free spirit, but you know what, he's still as good as he's ever been, and he still marches to the beat of his own drum, and you don't want to set him off, and you don't want to have him thinking you're not cool.
And look, as far as him fucking the corporate trend, I say hallelujah, Carlito.
Who don't want to be cool.
Carlito very welcoming among his fans here tonight in Doha, Qatar. Ali bin Hamad Al-Attiyah here tonight. This building has been rocking all night, and we are still only getting started.
Look, talk about world-class. QPW is going to be giving kudos little golf clap because look at the level of talent they've brought here for this match in Doha today. Second to none. This could be a main event roster any place in the world, in any arena in the world. QPW right now has it right here in Doha, Qatar. Impressive.
Again, we are representing, I believe, 3 different countries in this matchup, so that worldwide international flavor is up and down this card, and there'll be so much more still later tonight. Carlito, you can tell he's got a determined look on his face. You can sense by his body language. He knows this is one of the most important matches he's been in quite a while.
No doubt about it, and what impresses me right now, it's the first time I've seen Carlito in some time. He's looking to be in great shape.
I'm not sure what mental shape this man is in because he is always quick to take a risk, whether it's motocross, whether it's skydiving, whether it's bungee jumping. Quite simply, he is called the Darewolf, PJ Black.
Yeah, this guy does it all. If he'll do that out there in the world, imagine what he'll do in the ring just to win a match. PJ Black lays it all on the line.
certainly among the best, and he too comes from wrestling family. His father wrestled, his little brother wrestles too.
That's right. Look, South Africa was infamous in the international circus of professional wrestling. So PJ Black, like Carlito, comes with one hell of a lot of pedigree.
Former World Tag Team Champion, former member of Nexus. He has been all over the world, and he's never fed a wrist he didn't love to take.
He's got a pretty cool accent, too.
Yeah. Does he think your accent's cool?
It's pretty easy to hear. Downtown Washington, so he gets it.
I don't think any of our fans in Kentucky can follow you right now, but we appreciate your local dialect.
Long way from Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, I appreciate PJ Black. This guy's got a smile on his face, no fear in his heart.
Yeah. Makes you have to wonder what's in the back of his mind. What's his plan to execute on the top of the building tonight?
Give him ideas.
Yeah, right.
And the mood just changed. Muertes literally means 1,000 deaths. This man had a very tumultuous and turmoil childhood, no respect for anybody, and he is very physically imposing and very dominant. Everywhere he's gone, arguably the most intimidating presence in the history of Lucha Underground.
Yeah, you know, I tried to talk to him in the dressing room earlier. Seemed he had planned for the match tonight. He sat there, just laced his boots like he wasn't even talking to him, like he was spaced out on another planet. This guy is hell-bent on winning this match tonight.
Here comes a legend. A man who transcended Lucha Libre and became a mainstream phenomenon. One of the absolute best of all time, Lucha Libre or otherwise. An innovator, and certainly somebody who will stand the test of time. His legacy will live forever.
Absolutely. At his size, in a business that's physically imposing on anybody who enters it, his size doesn't stack up. On his pedigree coming into Americanized Western-style wrestling from Lucha didn't quite transcend, but Rey Mysterio Jr., like you said, transcended it all. He's an international superstar. Mothers here in Qatar that have never seen professional wrestling know who Rey Mysterio is.
I don't think anybody could have predicted when Mysterio started at the age of about 14 years of age in his backyard in Mexico that he would go on to become a world champion, a multiple-time world tag team champion, cruiserweight champion, hold titles all around the world, and be beloved by fans of all ages in every country in the civilized world.
Everything stacked against Rey Mysterio, and still becomes one of the largest stars, the biggest names in the history of professional wrestling. I can tell you, on a side note, he's one hell of a nice guy, too.
Absolutely. Sometimes fame goes to somebody's head. Sometimes you get caught up and swept up in all the celebrity around you. Rey Mysterio as down to earth as anybody else, and it's a pleasure to have him part of QPW.
Absolutely. He'll electrify these fans tonight right here, go on.
But here's the problem. There are three athletes who I think look at Rey Mysterio with a bullseye on Rey's chest, because imagine the headlines of Rey Mysterio comes to Qatar and Rey Mysterio is downed as one of these three men looking to make a name in some uncharted territory.
No doubt about it. It's a big notch on their gun, so to speak. But how many people in the past have looked at Rey Mysterio in that exact same way and ended up staring at the lights for a 1, 2, 3 at the end?
Eddie Guerrero, perhaps the most beloved, but you go down the line, you can name dozens of men who some of their best battles in their career have been against the master of the 619.
Fans have to understand this match. There are no such thing as alliances, no such thing as friendships. You've got three other big, large men with a lot of experience trying to kick the hell out of you. Not a fun match to be in.
I am not envious of the official having to control this. You've got 4, let's say, free spirits out there.
That's an understatement. Look at Muertes. He's just standing his ground, man.
And Muertes goes right for Mysterio. Muertes is easily the most physically imposing in this matchup. PJ Black trying his best. PJ Black knows Muertes all too well. They've spent time in Lucha Underground together. Carlito, this may be an X factor for the Puerto Rican sensation, but he finds a way. Low bridge Muertes to the floor.
PJ bringing the attack rate ready. Into the hip toss, no, blocked.
And PJ Black gets the advantage. Carlito spills to the floor.
Right on the Ray.
And it's Ray and PJ Black now. Feeling out the process and early going. That's a sign of respect from both these men. Don't take the high risks early. There's the howl from the Darewolf. PJ stepped ahead of Mysterio that time.
Not even telegraphed it.
Oh, wait a second.
Run.
PJ in position. 619 by Mysterio. No. Too early. Black able to counter out of the way. But got the hip lock on Mysterio as he did Carlito earlier. Keeping the legend down. Great counter wrestling leg sweep.
So far, PJ Black's one step ahead of Rey Mysterio on everything.
PJ Black is younger than Mysterio. He's had less injuries, but no Muertes. Just steamrolls over everybody. Oh, and a spear to Carlito.
And just like that, Muertes has wiped out the competition.
That spear, sometimes called the dagger in the heart, one of the most dangerous maneuvers in Mil Muertes' arsenal. Mil is so physically imposing, he's so intimidating, and we've seen the damage he has done all across this world. He's almost impervious to pain at points.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it affects him. I think it's part of why that zone I saw him in earlier in the dressing room is you're now seeing why he's executing right now what he had planned earlier.
Muertes has won over 30 championships in his career. Oh, Mysterio from behind, and Muertes, it's almost like he felt a fly land on him.
I was going to say, you just mentioned a second ago how he's impervious to pain. Ray just kicked him right in the leg. He didn't even feel it. Oh.
Rapid fire clotheslines, and you can see the size of that arm of Muertes.
Clubbing him like a baby seal.
Black hits the buckle bar. Now Mysterio. Carlito's not recovered from earlier.
He's been brilliant and taking some time to rest up.
Hey, I would want a piece of Muertes.
It's called ring generalship, Joe. You got to know when to pick and choose your fights.
This is called fearlessness. Part of PJ Black, because he'll go into battle against anybody. Here comes Mysterio.
Oh!
Seated senton. And PJ Black with a clothesline. And Mil Muertes has been neutralized, at least at this moment in this one-fall matchup.
Here comes Carlito sneaking in the back door.
Yep, Cole's waiting. And Mysterio elevated, great balance. Carlito and former Justin Gabriel, PJ Black center of the ring.
Carlito, a southpaw, laying those in.
Absolutely.
Shades of Carlos Colon.
Well, this did not go well for Carlito the first time around. Carlito able to get the advantage on that exchange, eye for an eye there.
2 points to 2 points, both got one up.
Is Carlito going to take a chance? High risk. Oh, Mil Muertes sees an opening.
Oh, he smacked right on his face first.
And Muertes will inflict pain no matter where. Oh, Mysterio! Baseball slide connects with both men.
This is about Mysterio. You never know where he can execute from. He's so quick and so impactful. Like that.
The seated senton on Carlito. Mysterio has been in the game for so long now. Well over 2 decades. He has not lost a step at all, has he, French? Oh, no.
He hadn't missed a step till then, but Muerte, I think he thought he had down. And Muerte now just gave him a little taste of his own medicine.
Muertes maybe a bit slow to follow in. Muertes is great with that methodical power offense, but if you can't keep your grasp on someone like Rey Mysterio, it may serve to neutralize.
He's wobbly in the knees.
Oh, Muertes takes the balance out from Mysterio.
Remember, Rey's got that bad knee. This thing could blow out taking a fall like that.
And Muertes, low drop kick. Mysterio for a moment there in that old Kevin Sullivan tree. Whoa.
Yeah, Ray, did you see a second?
Oh, cover here, cover. 2 count on.
Ray holding his left knee, or right knee, I'm sorry.
Ray has a history of damaging surgeries to both knees, so certainly something we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you take Rey Mysterio's wheels away from him, and you've neutralized Rey Mysterio once and for all.
Ray has had so many injuries over the years, that high-risk, never-make-hair style, but he's never let it stop him. The heart and passion of Rey Mysterio still lives as much as it ever has. But Carlito planted skull first. That DDT. And Muertes now is running the field. And it looks like Muertes wants Mysterio alone.
Yeah, back on his game. Look at that.
Oh! Mysterio tried to daze Muertes, got caught in a power slam. Contact by PJ Black breaks the fall as Black goes high risk. And it does not pay off. Oh, a devastating chokeslam.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Muertes is on a mission here tonight in this fatal 4-way right here in QPW.
And Mysterio! Enziguri, look at the position of Muertes. Can Mysterio dial it up?
With that knee, can he do it?
There may be international roaming charges, but oh, Muertes! Caught Mysterio, caught PJ Black. Carlito! Oh! Backstabber! Carlito with a backstabber, but on the way down, Mysterio and Black got caught, and in a variation of that flatliner. Carlito gonna pin him? No! That flatliner, Muertes' pet move, he hung on to Black and Mysterio, and Carlito trying to pin anybody he can here, not reaching for Mysterio.
Somebody's got to get out.
Mysterio had a few extra seconds to recover. Carlito running the field here, but can't get a 3 count on anybody.
You know, you can call it what you want. You can call it sneak. You can call it underhanded. I call it effective. Take advantage of a fatal 4-way any way you can get it.
And Carlito sitting on the floor.
Muertes, follow it.
Make PJ Black, this is the boot. Mysterio, satellite head scissors, Black into the ropes. Down up franchise.
Did you see it? Beautiful.
6-1-9 connects.
Look out, Ray.
Honorable Muertes. Muertes from behind. He's got about 100 pounds on Mysterio. Wait a minute, Mysterio escapes. Trips up the leg, and Muertes now is prone.
Is he going to get it? Yes!
Oh, we're up for 12:38. And now Carlito. Oh, went to spit the apple. Mysterio ducked, and the apple went to the eyes of the official. And now Rey Mysterio. This? Oh, Mysterio tried to leverage Carlito over. Carlito drops down. Mysterio carries him. Sunset flip, he beat him.
Exactly what I was talking about with Rey Mysterio. You can beat him down, you can take all the punishment right to him, but you never know what else Rey Mysterio has up that sleeve of his, and the streak continues for this legendary professional wrestler and luchador around the world. Kudos.
Carlito was the bad apple of the bunch, trying to use a shortcut to get the advantage, but Rey Mysterio straight up out-leveraged, out-maneuvered, and out-wrestled Carlito Colon. Rey Mysterio showing why he's the timeless legend he is. He always has an answer. And will Carlito endorse Rey Mysterio as being cool? That's not an easy endorsement. Oh, hey. Carlito did not win, but he takes the loss in stride, man. It's no shame losing to Rey Mysterio.
Not to a legend like Mysterio, exactly.
And what a moment everybody here in Doha can enjoy one of their heroes. obviously Michael Kovac, and this is Kovac Corner due to a diminishing number of requests.
Commissioner's here.
Wow.
Jason Anderson.
Anybody, and Al-Naimi, a professional MMA fighter from right here in Qatar. He is submit fighters. He has knocked them clear out. This 28-year-old has a bright future in the MMA world, and it looks like he's been brought here to Qatar Pro Wrestling by the commissioner in case there were any, let's say, individuals that needed sorted out.
Do you think this guy's a hometown favorite?
Al-Naimi, and I think everybody's happy to see him except for Michael Kovac.
You think?
I move the kid back and stuff. We'll see if Kovac can handle himself, because the commissioner seems like he's going to let this confrontation go down.
Looks like it. I don't think Kovac was expecting anything like this. I think he thought he was going to get the night off.
Yeah. Well, you come out here and you run your mouth and try to use your vision and say, oh, look at that! Al-Naimi just hip locked one of QPW's finest.
How he's blocking.
Unbelievable. Kovac has been humiliated again. No titles and embarrassed on his own show. I love it.
That's a little bit embarrassing, shall we say.
Can't wait for this one franchise. One of the marquee matches that I've been anticipating all evening long. The King of the Ladders Championship is at stake, and you can feel the electricity in the air with the entrance of the man who I know very well, Mike Trump, as the Wonder Kid. He's no kid anymore, though. He's a grizzled veteran. He's been around for 20 years, but he is somebody who's no stranger. High risk, high octane, adrenaline-fueled matches. My old 1PW buddy, Jonny Storm, on his way to bring in a moment.
I don't think that people have any idea what's in store for them in this ladder match. Anytime you count these 4 guys in, with a whole bunch of ladders around the ring, chaos is going to ensue as God wills. And being raised,
always been this energetic entrance, loves his fans, almost has a boy band mentality about him with the way he dances, the way he moves, the way he loves to interact, and snap, he has to.
Look, this one is doing getting right now. There's 3 opponents in the back watching the night matches, and you see his excitement and exuberance.
Traveled all over the world, from the U.S. to the Middle East to all over Europe. First became famous in a historic rivalry throughout the world with fellow UK standout Jonny. Well, he's going to cover guns from all over the world. At least 20 different countries this man has wrestled in. He is the innovator of aerial insanity. He's the king of the Cleveland streets. Another man I can trace back my relationship with over a decade. This man started in Cleveland, Ohio, USA, and became a worldwide phenomenon. Some call him M-Dog 20. He is Caprice.
Look, with all that pedigree and all the places he's been in his insane style. Put a ladder in front of this man, he doesn't see something he can climb to fix something. He sees a weapon he can execute from.
Avid competitor in gymnastics competitions as a youth, this man has amazing body control, incredible balance, and can do things that I literally have not seen any other professional wrestler do anywhere, in a ring or out.
At a time when the business is going insane with the athleticism, Matt Cross just transcends all of that. He's sort of the guy that lectures the other kids on how to be athletic.
Matt Cross has been at it for 17, 18 years now, and you got to admire or perhaps be a bit intimidated by that beard as well.
He's got about 17 years experience and still a pretty young guy.
Absolutely. Call him the son of Havoc, some call him M-Dog. Could he be called champion by the end of the night? He's held the King of the Ladders championship before.
So he's got to go up on everybody on this one.
John Moss on his way out now. Somebody who knows Jonny Storm well, their fellow Brits. 19-year pro. Moss beat my old Stomper Grounds 1PW, Jonny Storm, and went after her North Tag Team Champions. Moss, a former openweight champion there. 237 pounds. Slightly large for someone that would compete in a ladder match. Would this be a help or a hindrance?
It all depends. It's going to be a big help as he's going toe-to-toe with any of these guys. Once you start getting up in that air, the one thing about being big is gravity has one hell of a knack of grabbing your ass and pulling you back to the earth.
It could be an X factor in this matchup, to be sure. Could be a wild card, as we're not really sure what Moss is going to do once he's elevated high above, competing on a ladder.
Yeah, this brick don't look happy tonight.
And not very endearing reception from many of these fans. Another established veteran and the current reigning and defending King of the Ladders champion, Caprice Coleman, has been under the radar in a lot of his career, but I'll tell you what, he's really come into his own in recent years, successful run in Ring of Honor, and certainly international success here tonight. You can't argue with Caprice, who has reigned, I believe, 413 days thus far. Captured up title in Sudan and has not looked back.
Yeah, hey, look, when you got things going your way, you ride that streak as long as you can. And it looks like Caprice Coleman is ready to do the same thing right here tonight in QPW. The stage is set for it.
Stage is set for him, but the task is very daunting. You've got a lot of hungry competitors out there. Caprice Coleman, the ordained minister outside of the ring, he may need divine intervention to survive a matchup like this.
Look at these fans here in Qatar. They're loving Caprice Coleman.
Only is Caprice two-time King of the Ladders champion. He was the first ever champion, lost the title the same day to whom else? Matt Cross. So there may be some bad blood, maybe some competitive rivalries still existing here.
Maybe.
Based on the past that may come out with some bad blood.
I'd say it's more than maybe, it's the uncertainty. They should have more custody than me. I'd never turn that back to a on the ladders.
I believe we are going to suspend the championship here.
It doesn't matter, any of ya, because when I come to the Middle East, this time, there's only going to be one conclusion. It's going to be the Wonder Kid Jonny Storm as the new champion.
And when the match is over, when it's all said and done, not only will I be Caprice Coleman, not only will I be more than a conqueror, but I will still be your King of the Ladders champion. It's mine, Chip!
There you see the stage has been set. Some very determined comments from Challenger Storm, Champion Coleman, and certainly Moss and Cross have a very high stake in this matchup as well. We are underway, four-way ladder matchup. During that package, we have suspended the championship high above. First one to retrieve it, certainly, obviously, would be the one to leave with title intact. And right now, you're seeing that upper body mass of John Moss come into play, but can he sustain it in a matchup this dangerous and this frenetic? Johnny Storm unloading on Moss. Evaded that in. Storm with a hurricane rod to take over.
That's a snap hurricane rod.
Storm has been lightning fast and so fluid throughout his entire career. But man, he got caught. Moss hangs on. Imagine the damage you have to do to your opponents. You have to neutralize 3 different men at once, long enough to climb a ladder.
Yeah, and then climb all the way up into the rafters to get that belt down. Not an envious task.
Oh! Storm bounced off of the edge of the ring frame. There's no give there.
And there's no padding there either.
Hit hard on the floor as Moss may be the first to retrieve a ladder and attempt to gain the championship.
Coleman's got something to say about that.
Coleman referred to himself as a conqueror. Certainly, it seems the championship reign may have gone to the head of the ordained minister a bit.
Conqueror's big words when you have a guy like Moss standing in front of you.
It's Moss with that ladder. I'm interested to see how quickly and gracefully Moss can climb that ladder.
Yeah, I don't think Moss does much gracefully.
Oh, Johnny Storm went to baseball slide, and Moss caught Storm on the rebound. Looks like the ladder caught ribs first with Storm.
Look, when you're going to go to execute a high-risk move like that, you always have a chance of screwing up and getting caught, and that's exactly what happened just now.
And Caprice, into the post. No, Caprice turns it around. Caught Moss with a drop kick on the rebound. Caprice, another individual who can hit you from all sides. It's so tough to scout. Caprice Coleman, wait a second, M-Dog 20 back cross with a suicide dive.
Wow. Stays on his feet, too.
Matt Cross, his legacy in international tours, much like professional wrestling itself, it lasts forever.
Would it be too cheap to say that if he was Japanese, we'd call that a kamikaze?
Moving on. Cross with a ladder of his own, and again, this man is right at home in the air. Gymnastics background, but Johnny Storm will give us a chance to see what M-Dog can do. Cross taken down by the shoulder tackle. I'm sure this is far from the first time these two have met. So his feet. Storm the Hurricane Raaber. A satellite head scissors by Cross, and these men are nose to nose, evenly matched, and John Moss has had enough.
You talked earlier about the kind of agility and balance that Cross has. He just showed it there in spades until he ate that ladder.
Again, Moss is the X factor here because he is not a purveyor of the normal quote-unquote ladder match style.
Look, he's got him by the beard.
Rip that thing out if he has anything to say about it. Cross trying to counter, but again, we're looking about 40 pounds or so body weight advantage from Moss. And two men get the job done. Moss hits the steel ladder thanks to Caprice and Cross.
It's one of those times you say it doesn't matter how much muscle and strength you have. Steel doesn't give, flesh does.
Without a doubt, and it's Cross and Caprice. The two individuals who have a championship of this magnitude on their resume. The reigning champion and the former champion that beat him the first day went on to hold a championship for 332 days, did Cross. Caprice has since eclipsed that record with his current reign.
Yeah, and it looks like Caprice is on his game tonight. And he's going to have to be.
Well, again, the danger. Oh, Johnny Storm! Storm proving my point for me with a drop kick. The danger of going for the ladder too soon. It leaves you susceptible. Leaves you wide open to one of these other athletes attempting to defensively take you down.
No doubt about it. You have to have eyeballs in the back of your head, which of course is impossible. In other words, you're going to be eating steel at some point during this match.
And Johnny Storm thinks it's maybe his time. If anybody deserves it. 20 years of hard-fought battles all over the world. Johnny Storm here in Doha. Gonna have a moment that'll last a lifetime.
Out. Oh!
Moss able to tip over that ladder.
With one hand.
As if nobody was even on it. Let alone a near 200-pound athlete. And Storm hit very hard. Throat first and then top ring rope.
Ross taking the fight to Moss. Sounds like some kind of a kitty poem or something, but here it comes.
With the handspring elbow. If Moss can keep Matt Cross in his grasp, he's got the advantage. With distance comes opportunity, but Moss able to bury the knee into Matt Cross's midsection.
Operative word of your last sentence, if.
But again, Moss not used to these matches. He's turning his back on his opponents. He's not ready for 2 or 3 different men coming out at once. Caprice Coleman now with Moss.
Yeah, he looks out of his element.
Well, we'll see if he can adapt and adjust. Oh, belly to belly. There's his element.
Beautifully executed.
And Caprice, you can see the momentum. Nearly took Caprice clear out of the ring.
That's what you call being suplexed out of your boots.
The knee of Johnny Storm. And again, Moss is ruling the ring.
Get the ladder and climb, big man. Get the ladder and climb.
Doing it. momentum now. He's got his hand on the championship. We got a new champion. No. Caprice protecting his championship. Caprice covers that title like no other.
You know, what the fans don't understand is you're climbing that ladder. Remember, there's a hell of a lot of bright lights beaming right down in your eyeballs. It's sometimes tough to figure out and see exactly what that belt is. A great shot.
Right cross. Keep in mind, not just the lights, but that ring is constantly moving whenever anybody else is in it.
Yeah, and that ladder doesn't look exactly sturdy.
Cross stops Caprice. Cross would love to become a two-time King of the Ladders champion tonight.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Toss with Storm. Storm tried to insert a second round. It's Cross making the climb.
This ain't gonna end up good.
It won't, but the question is for who?
Yeah.
Cross drops down those series of elbows, did the job. Cross is reaching, itching, but he leaves himself vulnerable again. Oh, got pulled down and Cross may have landed battling on that knee.
Yeah, looks like he did.
And now Moss with Johnny Storm into the waiting arms of the 237-pounder. Thrust kick connects with Moss. Johnny Storm's the only one standing. Can he get the championship?
All three guys down. It's his. What's he doing?
That could have been a fatal mistake by Johnny Storm, but did he think that his opponents weren't softened up yet?
That's one way to soften your opponent up.
Forget climbing, Caprice won't be standing upright for weeks.
Get the damn ladder and climb for the gold.
What an absolutely out of control, chaotic battle this has been. Foreman putting on the line. Is this the Wonder World? No. Cross countered. Storm may be trying to turn into a Fisherman Buster. Oh, there's the Wonder World! Got him that time. Matt Cross is as good as done. But can Storm climb the ladder? And can Storm stave off the other opposition?
I think Johnny's just having a hell of a lot of fun executing his moves and doing it at will right now. Everybody's in trouble. He's got to focus on that gold.
And the spotlight's on you, my friend, but they want to see who's going to come out as champion. Your name could be in the record books. And Caprice jumps up with an amazing vertical leap and connects with a Hurricane Rana.
Incredible. That's all you can say to that. Incredible athleticism.
Three men are down. The incumbent champion is standing. Renewed life, but you could sense still he does not have his bearings about him after that, let's say, precarious shot in the corner.
I'd say that, but he's got to start climbing now. The three guys are down. They're taking too much time. Easy for me to say sitting here up in the broadcast booth, but he's got to go for that gold right now while everybody's down.
What is this? Caprice is using one ladder almost to bury Matt Cross to keep him from getting up and stopping him, and now Caprice is going to climb.
Well,
Cross has shrugged off the ladder. Can he get to Caprice in time? He does, just barely. I wonder if that was a timely maneuver by Caprice or if it cost him. Cross a death grip on the ankle of Caprice Coleman. Johnny Storm is setting up the second ladder. I believe that's the ladder he first inserted into the matchup.
I believe you're right.
Caprice has shrugged off Cross, but now Moss has a third ladder.
They're manufacturing ladders here in Doha.
Storm was reaching, it wasn't high enough. Oh, no. Storm got sideswiped off of that ladder, and now right across the lower back of Coleman.
I'm going to tell you, those steel ladders like that don't, I mean, it's an obvious understatement, those steel ladders don't feel good getting smacked by them because the steel does not give.
Moss may not have the agility or the quickness as the rest of this matchup, but I guarantee he can swing a ladder harder than anyone.
I'd think you're right on that one.
And Moss has his hand on the championship, but Caprice is right there. You can see how spent these men are. The impact, the aggression, the physicality of this matchup is beginning to catch up to these athletes, but they refuse to stop fighting.
Yeah, you know, one thing we haven't talked about is the temperature. Ouch!
The temperature magnified under those aforementioned lights as Storm just crashes the ladder into Moss, knocks him down, the Cross to his feet.
I just checked the temperature, and it's exactly hotter than hell.
That's exactly a descriptor of this action as well, as Storm and Cross ascend. is there as well. They are reaching, but notice, the higher you climb, the more off balance you get. It's such a game of cat and mouse.
That belt is bobbling around because everybody's hitting it with their hands and not able to grab it. We now got 4 guys. This could go anyway.
Oh, Caprice, the champion's the first one to tumble. Do we have a new champion between these 3?
Trouble on it.
Oh, Storm falls crossway. Colorado gives! Oh, the near 240 pounds gave under the weight of John Moss. Again, the X Factor. He is out of his element.
As an old broadcast partner of mine would say, oh my God!
And now if you're Moss, there's space running in your head. Is the ladder going to support your weight? How will this affect him?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And can they even get that ladder back in use?
It's buckled. I'm not sure if it broke, but Moss is going to take his aggression and anger out on Matt Cross and Johnny Storm.
He's hung up in the ropes himself. He can't get back over.
Yeah, the momentum took himself over, and Caprice is now reaching for his championship. Caprice has it. Oh, Caprice was a half a second away from unstrapping the title, and Moss went downstairs.
It's Moss's for the taking.
Will the ladder give? Will Cross or Storm recover? John Moss has won the championship. The most questions about coming in. It was the athlete that it seemed like would become a victim of the elements. But John Moss found a way, and that frame that maybe doesn't belong on a ladder found a way to be right at home as the king of the ladders in Qatar.
You look on paper, you look at it, he has all the gifts, except that weight works against you in this heat. But somehow, he was able to rise to the occasion tonight and win a match in very atypical style.
You got to feel for these other 3 athletes. Caprice Coleman has proudly reigned as champion over here. Matt Cross has been all over the world in this type of matches. Johnny Storm always throws caution to the wind, but John Moss made his presence known in Qatar Pro Wrestling here at one of the preeminent matches at SuperSlam. Almost unthinkable place.
A lot of people are talking about this match, Cody. But this is QPW. On April 28th, you can suck my stardust, Cody.
Wrestling has one royal family.
fights here this evening, a matchup we've been looking forward to all evening long. Johnny Mundo on the right side of your screen, the former John Morrison. He's wearing a t-shirt with the brand of his brand new feature film he stars in, Boone the Bounty Hunter, but there'll be no cuts for retakes, there'll be no stuntmen, as Johnny Mundo goes one-on-one with one of the busiest athletes in the world today, talking about the American Nightmare, the son of a plumber, Cody Rhodes, as you can see, proud member of the Bullet Club.
Hey, look, you got to give it once again to QPW. They've spared no expense to bring in the biggest names. Every single match has gotten bigger and better. I can't wait for this one.
Two individuals who left their former employer, left the corporate wrestling lifestyle, and have become even bigger stars since then. Mundo is a staple of Lucha Underground, an actor in Hollywood, and an internationally traveled sensation. And Cody has been literally all over this world, and he has been just lighting up wrestling crowds all over the United States, into Europe, into Qatar. A little bit of shades of Stardust by Cody. He's still having a bit of an identity crisis. But man, Cody struck out on his own because he thought he had what it takes to be a world champion, to be known in the world, recognized as one of the best. John Morrison, Johnny Mundo, has a parkour background. It's a variation of free running. He is certainly very agile on his feet as well. We'll see if that may play an advantage to either side. Stardust again.
I think any of that American Dream Dusty Rhodes bled through in the jeans with Cody.
That hard work ethic, that rebel spirit.
I got parkour again.
Yeah. Totally not impressed. Well, wait a second. Linsky?
That's right, Linsky from Great Britain. I've known him for years. He's been a hell of a good referee.
How does he get parkour? Whoa! Oh no! Almost had it.
Almost don't count.
I'm gonna give that about a 3.5 from the guitar judge.
3.5. Russian gave it 2.6. Damn Russians.
As Cody and Mundo now square up. It's lighthearted now, but you know with a prestigious championship at stake, it's going to get serious, especially when those competitive juices start flowing. Because I don't know if there's two athletes have more passion for their craft in this locker room than these two men. And based on who's in that locker room, it says a lot.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Nobody ever came into the ring, I told you earlier. Nobody ever put on a pair of boots and said, I want to go out and be the second best guy. Cody Rhodes and Johnny Mundo both want to be the guy. We're going to see one hell of a great match here.
Mundo defeated Alofa for that championship in 2015, the first loss of the Samoan superstar in Qatar Pro Wrestling. And Mundo has not looked back since. He survived many tough challenges around the world in and out of QPW. There's a crowd a bit split here between both these men as well. You think there is, for lack of a better term, a home field advantage for either athlete?
Not for either one. I think these fans here in Doha are just thrilled to see some of the best in the world and showing mutual respect to both competitors. Look how cautious.
They'll give a slight advantage to Cody on the mat, a slight advantage to Mundo in the air. When it comes to catch as catch can, though, either man can hang with just about anybody.
I agree with that assessment. You steal my notes?
I think so. My notes are about 4 or 5 different languages. I can't even read them.
I'm not to linguist myself. I'm going to say I'm a dean. Hey, did I say that?
I would say that?
I'm not sure.
Well,
I'm not going to say that.
Cody has really become a student of the game. When Cody struck out on his own, he had a list of goals to accomplish. I think he's checked off maybe every goal off of that list, but new goals form in that meantime. And you gotta believe the Middle East Championship is at the top of Cody's want list right now.
Yeah, he's on the side of his career going up that ladder, and this would be a big step up for him.
Johnny Mundo looking to take Cody to Slam Town, but it's Cody who comes back with a tackle of his own. And there's that too sweet signal. You've seen that a few times in your career.
Look, these guys are so evenly matched.
Oh. Shades of Cody's older brother, Goldust, and Mundo comes back with an aerial kick of his own and a little bit of martial arts stats.
I can say.
Cody off his game, didn't expect that.
He's doing exactly the right thing here. Taking time to regroup, go outside. You've got at least 10 seconds. Why not use it?
Notice that dream tattoo on the chest of Cody, keeping his dad's memory close to his heart, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, you know, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is a huge inspiration to all of us. But can you imagine him being your father as you break into the wrestling business?
Cody, you know, every move he makes in pro wrestling is to make his dad proud, to carry on the legacy of the Rhodes name.
No doubt, you can bet right now the Dream's upstairs looking down, smiling at this one.
But is the Dream telling Cody to trust Johnny Mundo? Too sweet me, bro. Is Mundo gonna go straight out Bullet Club? Yeah, we got it. Oh! Don't trust that Bullet Club.
I don't think Mundo will fall for that more than once.
Cody the aggressor at this point in time. The Bullet Club has championships in America and Japan. Can they add the Middle East to their list? Look at Mundo, parkour background, sliding in and around and caught Cody with a kick. How do you scout for someone you don't even know what direction they're headed? And Cody with a kick, Mundo with a hard fall to the floor.
Sometimes you get moving around like that and aggressively switching and moving and baiting, you get caught. That's exactly what happened to Mundo just now.
And the crowd here in Doha chanting, "This is awesome." You got to appreciate pro wrestling as a universal language, especially here at Qatar Pro Wrestling at SuperSlam.
It's like being back in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, right here in Doha, Qatar.
Oh, fans here are way more polite than Pittsburgh or Philadelphia.
No doubt about that.
But Cody not very polite to some of these fans. Cody's here with a mission.
Yeah. You know, there's a saying in the business, you can make friends, you can make money. Looks to me like right now. Oh,
look at the balance by Johnny Mundo. Acai moonsault, amazing hang time, and got all the impact.
Boy, he opened up completely with beautiful execution. Look at these fans on their feet.
These fans are in awe at the athletic prowess of both of these men. And to see such a prestigious championship to be decided right in front of what Cody complaining about, maybe an injury to his head? Oh, wait a second.
Oh.
It looked like Cody was hurt. I thought maybe Mundo's knee had collided with the forehead of Cody on the way down, but no, it was a ruse to get the low blow in, and Cody takes over absolutely relentless, hammering away on Johnny Mundo.
Brilliant move by Cody Rhodes, and one thing people forget, before the American Dream became the big fan favorite, he was one of the dirtiest players in the game.
Riding the roads with Dick Murdoch, he can't not be.
No doubt.
By any means necessary, you win these championships. That's Cody's mentality. I think it's some of that Bullet Club mentality that's rubbed off on him as well.
Oh, man, you see that punch right down the bread, right just a second ago, the bread basket? That hurts.
2 count only. Imagine being taught how to throw a right hand by Dusty.
Or a right elbow.
Cody is mocking Mundo right now. Wow. If Cody feels like this matchup is a foregone conclusion, he may be making a mistake. We know Cody has a little bit of an ego about him. He's a little full of himself. He's a little bit, well, dashing sometimes, self-described. We've seen that over his career, but, man, one of the most important championship matches of his life right now. Shades of double A.
Couldn't quite clear him for the vertical, so he took him down face forward like a sack of potatoes.
Modified board buster gets a near fall. Count again.
And each time Mundo has to kick out, he's expending more and more energy in this heat. And listen to him.
I believe the fans are chanting Stardust to taunt Cody. Much like fans used to taunt Cody to taunt Stardust. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, I tell you, Mundo might be on the short end of that stick, but he might have to pay for what the fans are saying to Cody Rhodes.
Absolutely. Cody does not want to be remembered as a caricature. He doesn't want to be remembered as a sideshow attraction. He wants to be remembered as a professional wrestler.
Yeah, it sort of runs in the family.
Absolutely. Homages to that family and the fear of Cody. Cody rolled up. Mundo has him. No. There's one thing we've known about Mundo. Well, there's a little more Bullet Club mentality for you.
Yeah, Cody's had about enough of this crowd. He's going to give it right back.
Well, We know Mundo, throughout his entire career, no matter where he's been, has had incredible staying power, incredible resiliency. But he is only human. If we reach the time where that staying power is just going to run on empty and Cody takes over.
It's anybody's guess at this point. I can tell you this heat, it's hard enough sitting up here in this broadcast, but look at this leverage. Really get moved by Carlito.
Wide stance, wide vertical base, Cody's weight over top of Johnny Mundo's, making it difficult for Mundo to elevate out of it, and also allowing Cody to add extra torque and pressure as he stretches away.
And making it difficult for Mundo to breathe, which is critical in a match like this.
Mundo to his feet, he's able to collide with a few body shots. Oh, and both men collide, they may have hit heads.
Temple to temple, it looked like.
Mundo favoring his head, Cody looking like he's on Dream Street for a bit. All right, look at this. Oh, I think Mundo pushed Cody off. Cody was going for the bulldog, another homage to his family, but Mundo was able to push away, and Cody takes a tough spill.
Did you see Cody Rhodes' head hit the back of his head hit that mat? Wow!
Mundo is measuring the challenger. Middle East Championship at stake. The clotheslines connect, and Mundo has the momentum, the high heel kick.
He's back.
And Mundo, I think, with a message to a few Bullet Club fans in attendance. Oh, a knee strike. Mundo's put men away with us before, but Cody will not be one of them.
Hard way to cover at this point. Even though he's got Cody Rhodes down, you're going to have to pin some of that Cody Rhodes. You can't just lay him.
Oh, wait a second. This could be the end of the world. If Mundo connects, it'll be the end of Cody's... No! Roll up! Got him! No. Textbook roll up, but couldn't get him. Cody up and over. Beautiful power slam.
Snap power slam. Boy, but you can't cover.
Does Cody have enough left to capitalize? Cody was seconds away. If Mundo had hit the end of the world, by and large, the percentage, the odds has it in the favor that Cody would have been done for in this Middle East Championship match.
I don't care how young, I don't care how well in shape they are. This heat's got to be having an impact on both competitors at this point.
Disaster kick. Oh, caught him flush. Disaster kick connects Mundo out of his feet. Back suplex counter. Mundo with a kick of his own. Near fall.
It's close. Look, Mundo can't follow up. He's exhausted.
It is back and forth. Evenly matched. So much has been taken out of both of these athletes. Again, Middle East Championship is at stake.
Is Cody going to get to his feet first?
Cody's stirring. Oh, look at Mundo! A kip up. Mundo's revitalized. This could be the Moonlight Drive.
Again?
And a second one.
Again, 3 in a row.
A third one!
That's all she wrote.
Cody doesn't have a chance, but Mundo again is not done. Testament to the respect Mundo feels towards Cody, knowing how much he'll need to do to keep the legendary son down.
Yeah, he's not taking anything for granted.
Mundo with corkscrew! Cody out of the way! Cody with a figure 4!
Figure 4. Shades of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
And Mundo is dead center of the ring. He is nowhere near a rope. Will Mundo tap away the Middle East Championship?
He's too far away. You're right. He's in trouble.
Mundo is reaching. Mundo is in desperation. And Mundo reverses the pressure. Cody finds a rope quickly.
Boy, Cody should have blocked that. He was trying too hard to hold on to the leg instead of counterbalancing the roll through. Otherwise, he'd have had Mundo right now and be getting his hand raised.
You could see the panic in the body language of Cody, knowing the danger of the figure 4, 7 different parts of the lower human body. Pressure is placed on as Cody kicks Mundo off. Oh! And Cody spits in the face of Morrison. Crossroads. Cody with a crossroads. New champion, no!
Could he have gotten any closer and still not win?
Franchise, they are pulling out their absolute best. But it is not enough. This is a pure classic in the making here at QPW SuperSlam.
Well, the fans here in Doha, Qatar are getting an incredible roster tonight, and this match alone was worth the price of admission.
Absolutely. This crowd is packed. It is electric. They have been into every moment tonight, but reaching a new crescendo as Cody and Mundo show you why they are two of the absolute best in this world, still very much just beginning the prime of their careers.
No doubt about it, but look, I'll tell you, I think Cody Rhodes just made a huge mistake. He gave Mundo a good 20-30 seconds to recuperate. Will it work against him?
Well, Cody has Mundo set up. Cody may be getting desperate. Could be high-risk time.
All the way up.
Mundo's got a death grip on that turnbuckle. Without a doubt. Oh, Cody falls!
And again, the back of his head meets that mat.
But Mundo's able to hang on. Oh, the end of the world! And Mundo! No!
My goodness! Look at Mundo's face. He can't believe it himself.
The eyes are the window to the soul. Johnny Mundo is giving it everything, but it's still not enough. Mundo may be questioning himself at this point.
No doubt about it. Right now he's saying, I've hit Cody Rhodes with everything, including my finisher and the kitchen sink, and he's still kicking out. That's got to unnerve him inside that noggin.
Mundo almost incredulous.
Regrouping.
Undeterred at this point. Feels as he has the answer. Will it take a second end of the world to get the job done?
This crowd cheering its approval.
Oh, Cody, great defensive maneuver to roll away from the potential high-risk maneuver. Oh, but he couldn't avoid the right hand. And now it's a down and dirty fight. A slugfest between two men who want to represent professional wrestling in the Middle East more than anyone.
Here they come, he's unloading.
And Mundo gets the best of the fisticuffs. Now watch Mundo, high risk. Oh! Mundo crashed and burned Cody. Cut the distance. Crouched near the ring apron, and Mundo was too far gone to stop.
Oh my goodness.
And now hammering each other into the steel guardrail. This doesn't even resemble a championship match anymore.
Yeah, it's all broken down. They're just throwing everything into they got. This is just intestinal fortitude, plain and simple.
And each man trying to break the count, but the other stopping. Cody's gonna make it. Cody not make it. Oh, that's a controversial call.
Wow.
The referee may need an escort to his car because neither man came out the victor, and Cody's not going to take that for an answer. Crossroads once again. Commissioner back out here, but Cody is absolutely incensed. He's not listening to reason.
They got to get security out here and stop this.
Cody may have thought this was a foregone conclusion. He would take the Middle East Championship to Qatar, from Qatar to the Bullet Club. But Cody can't handle the fact that he was not successful. I don't think this was a decision that anybody wanted to see, but the competitive spirit, those juices were flowing, and when that happens, frustration can set in when you have a mirror image of yourself that you can't figure out how to keep down. Cody and Mundo, their tempers flared, and all of a sudden, they forgot they were in a championship match. They just wanted to beat the hell out of one another, and unfortunately, we don't get a decisive winner tonight.
What a damn shame for these fans here in Doha. They saw one hell of an incredible match with no finish, like a book with no final chapter.
Here from still the reigning Middle East champion. He is Jonny Mundo. End here at SuperSlam. It does not end here tonight. Mundo and Cody will have another chapter in QPW, and perhaps then a decisive winner, a decisive, undisputed Middle East champion.
Your champion, the public healer, against Alberto Elpatron for the World Heavyweight Championship.
My good friend, my best friend, Alberto Elpatron, is challenging me for the QPW World Heavyweight Championship. Friendship will be put aside. Friendship will be put aside.
And this is the way we are men do it.
See you there, April 28th, Doha.
This match is for the QPW
main event of Qatar Pro Wrestling Super Slam. Joe Nebraska, the franchise, Shane Douglas bring you the QPW World Championship battle. Senior referee Steve Linsky shows the prize. Chris Raaber has reigned as champion 1,301 days and counting.
It's like an incredible multi-course meal. Every match getting better. It's been an incredible night of wrestling so far, and now we cap it off with this incredible title defense by Rob against a very, very well-seasoned Elpatron.
It was the first ever QPW champion of the world, 2015. Beat Bobby Lashley, Alofa, triple threat rules. Alberto Elpatron is the opposition. We've talked all night about famous wrestling families. Elpatron has grown up in a famous wrestling family. Talk about Raaber, Caprice, Uncle Muscless. Born and bred from day one to be a success, he has not disappointed. Multiple time world champion and still going strong. Number one contender for the Qatar Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. This is going to be a matchup that is going to be one for the ages.
Amen to that.
Raaber has based most of his career in Europe. I believe a native of Austria. But he has traveled the world. Studying under Dory Funk Jr., Ricky Choshu, WWE's old Florida Championship Wrestling Developmental Territory. Ouch. Our takedown to Elpatron. And pretty even matchup physically, what you say?
I'm just going to say almost exactly equal in size, in speed. I might give Raaber a little bit of edge on the strength, but Elpatron is very, very underrated in the strength department. Very much stronger than he looks.
These men, similar heights, similar weights, and similar impacts, but it's Elpatron who takes down the incumbent champion. And you've heard throughout this segment the chants of C echoing throughout this building in Qatar in the Middle East again. You gotta love the fact that pro wrestling knows no geographic bounds in the way it can reach its audience.
Absolutely. Look, the thing on that tackle just now by Elpatron is sometimes being this big and tall can work against you in wrestling. It gives you a higher center of gravity. But in that case, he had a higher advantage on Raaber and put his mat right to the his shoulders right to the mat.
Raaber slips it underneath of the Elpatron punches and fires back with some of his own.
He's laying into it.
You've got to be the aggressor. You've got to be on the offensive here when you're against Alberto because he can capitalize on the simplest of mistakes or hesitations.
No doubt about it. Patron just did the right thing of sliding out by himself some time to get away from that onslaught.
Elpatron sends Raaber into the guardrail.
Still feeling those punches.
Hard into the ring post. I'm having a hard time speaking to someone else who has held a major championship in this era as long as Chris Raaber has. He has so much momentum behind him. This has been his house for so many years now. And, we're going to turn things around on Elpatron. He's in for the fight of his life and he wants to stay there, but certainly history would dictate Raaber has the advantage.
Well, look, like you said, Raaber's got that extensive European background, and now for 1,300 plus days being the champion here of covered professional wrestling, he's really got the upper advantage here. This is his home as far as he's concerned.
Patron broke through the guardrail. Look out, they're in the people.
Fans better get the hell out of the way for Raaber to get a fist to come upside the head.
These fans who have watched and idolized these athletes for so long probably never anticipated they get this close of an interaction.
And I don't think they want to be this close to the action.
Well, if they know what's good for them, they'll keep their distance. With the World Championship at stake, anything's liable to happen. Ouch. Swarm of people following them.
They're taking this into the cheap seats.
Yeah, if there is such a thing.
Oh.
They are battling all over Ali bin Hamad Al-Attiyah.
Very well said. Oh.
me out in the streets of Doha before we're done.
Yeah, this gets dangerous when you're out there because you have no idea what weapons are laying around. Bottles, cans, chairs, garbage cans, barricades. There's so much that you can use to your advantage. I'm not quite so sure how much Elpatron has experience in taking it to the extreme.
Heck, you could pick up one of these children and swing them. It looks like Patron.
He's got something there.
Wow, I'm not sure if he needs a refreshment or a weapon, but either way, it looks like Elpatron realized he was maybe not in his element outside of the barricades and amongst the people here. Maybe that was more advantage Raaber, not sure. Oh, gosh. Swung that thing right at the eye of Raaber. Ooh, that's a good sting and throw you off your game, and now Patron comes back with a DDT. 2 count.
Now this is where Patron is at his best inside the squared circle. You mentioned his pedigree earlier. No maskers, dos caras. This guy knows what to do inside the squared circle.
About 2 count only. And Alberto Elpatron is one of those guys where you obviously know he's very rich, he's very well off. He can cash his own ticket here, he can write his own ticket. Alberto Elpatron only goes where Alberto wants to go. We're just thankful he shows in Qatar Pro Wrestling. He's come here because the competition is the best anywhere in the world, the most diverse anywhere in the world, and he wants to be the flag bearer of this organization.
Yeah, again, nobody in this business that gets to this level wants to be known as number 2. They don't want to be known as the top. And the place to do that is to come to QPW right here at Doha. Oh, look at
Alberto's got the arm. Alberto's got the arm stretched across that top ring rope. He had to break before 5 or else he'd be disqualified. But that's a perfect setup for Alberto's cross arm breaker.
4.5 seconds on the arm. And look, Raaber, the champion, is in trouble. His arm is now hurt.
Hurt and immobile. Raaber is afraid to put any motion, any movement into that arm and shoulder. And Alberto noticed, we mentioned earlier about how quickly he can capitalize on a mistake. Alberto saw an opportunity, didn't even take a second to capitalize. But Raaber comes back with his good arm, flying back elbow, and trying to shrug the pain off and press on. Sweet neck breaker by Raaber, hook of the leg. And you can sense Raaber maybe feels he needs to finish this matchup as soon as possible now that he's sensed how quickly Alberto can switch directions.
Yeah, he's still pulling that left arm in tight too from that hold by Patron. Oh. Patron's head just snapping away from his elbows.
You can feel the impact of these elbows and these forearm strikes. Fishelinski has to get involved, and that was all Alberto needed. Again, switching directions, coming back with a clothesline. Raaber's refusal to break in the corner now becomes an advantage for Alberto. Backcracker connects.
You see how Raaber bounced?
Do we have a new champion? Alberto thinks so, but Alberto left the right side of the body exposed.
Well, these are 2 really big men. When I talked earlier about the heat inside this building, it's got to be taking its toll on these 2 men. How much longer can they go? We saw the toll it took on Rhodes and Mundo. The same thing's going to be happening to Patron and Raaber right here in the main event.
And Alberto signaling for the cross arm breaker. If he can hit it dead center of the ring, we could have a new champion after 4 long years. Raaber counters. Gets the foot up. The clothesline connects.
Patron was able to try to tuck under that a little bit, minimizing the impact.
Hooks the leg, 2 count only. And again, you gotta wonder if the left arm of Raaber is renting space in his head after the damage that's been done.
He's working on it right now. It's definitely getting part of it. It looks like he's got some kind of tape underneath there too, some kind of coach's tape, athletic tape.
Oh, Alberto! Drops down with the knees on the arm.
Oh!
Thrust kick to the face, Alberto.
New champion.
Got him though.
How the hell did he kick out of that?
You've got to be one of the absolute best in this entire world if you're going to wear the Qatar Pro Wrestling World Championship. You cannot underestimate somebody like Chris Raaber, who has done everything that he's done in this organization, not to mention Japan, not to mention Germany, England, the United States. Another world travel athlete. And Alberto, it looks like he's kicked it into a new gear. The intensity on the challenger is very evident.
Raaber's really favoring that left arm still.
Raaber was perched. Alberto may have been heading down with a stomp right to the chest cavity. Raaber countered, grabbed the arm, propelled Alberto over the momentum.
I don't know if he knew what he was doing or that was just desperation.
Alberto set face first. This'll do it. No.
You can see both men noticeably slowing down. The heat's now taking its toll. At this point, it's any man's game.
Heat, not to mention the competitive nature of this matchup, back and forth.
They're mesmerized by this man.
Cross-arm breaker! Alberto got the cross-arm breaker dead center of the ring. You saw the damage it did on the ropes, but Raaber tapped away nearly 4 years of history.
Lead official Steve Linsky ready to make the count, ready to call for the bell.
How much longer can Raaber fight? You can see the distance between his body and that arm, but Raaber to his feet. Plants the boot to the sternum. Alberto no choice but to release the hold.
Damage done though. Look at Raaber holding that wing.
Again, immobile. With the feet up, Alberto counters. Oh, he got the double stomp that time. It didn't work in the corner. Alberto adjusting the fly. Will this be enough? No.
Heart of a champion refusing to say die.
Alberto almost refusing to accept that count, but he'll have no choice. Action continues for the World Championship at SuperSlam.
You can file all your objections later. Right now, Patron has got to take the fight to the champion. There's only one way, as the Nature Boy always said, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. To be the champion, he's gotta beat Raaber.
What's Alberto doing? Alberto looking under the ring. I'll give credit to referee Linsky here, not trying to count Alberto out, but what is Alberto trying to do? Oh, wait a second. Alberto with a chair, but this is not, to my knowledge, a no disqualification match.
And this is not your standard American chair. This is one of those wooden and steel heavy Kataran chairs. It ain't gonna feel good to get hit with.
DDT! Alberto planted skull first on the chair. Linsky was tied up on the outside. Raaber's gonna steal it. No! Alberto Elpatron, it wasn't the most forceful kick out I've ever seen, but it was enough. Raaber did not have enough left to put body on body contact fully, and that may have given Alberto Elpatron a chance.
There's many championship matches I've been in, and at the end of the rope and you know you've got nothing left in the gas tank, and something, the heart of a champion, keeps you fighting. This is impressive to watch.
Alberto, a tornado DDT from the second rope. Raaber got planted. You can see Alberto has not recovered from that chair.
Yeah, it's taking him time to cover. Precious time to the champion.
Could this be it? No. You can sense frustration, perhaps desperation on both these athletes.
No doubt about it. Patron's going to realize you're not going to win a match, especially a championship match in QPW, by protesting a 2 count. Take the fight to the champion. Beat the champion.
Alberto going high risk this late in the matchup. Could this be a mistake?
Oh.
Raaber sends Patron off balance. Patron keeps his footing, at least for a moment.
Oh. Oh, it's just smacking him in the back of the head.
Oh, wait a second.
Bad position.
That's the double stomp Patron was looking for. Got all of it this time. And Alberto Elpatron has won the world title. We have a new champion in Doha.
I don't believe it. 1,300 plus day reign coming to an end on this huge, incredible card. You couldn't have capped it any better. Look at the audience. Spellbound.
North America. A man with a family legacy, one of the most famous in the history of our industry, adds another major accolade to that family's lineage, as Alberto Elpatron has become the world champion of Qatar Pro Wrestling, and the reign of Raaber has come to an end after nearly 4 years.
And ex-champion Raaber has nothing to be ashamed of. He went out there and gave it the best he had, and he lost tonight to a guy that was better tonight. But tomorrow, who knows? Raaber could be back.
Alberto Elpatron begins his reign. And you gotta believe the challengers are already lining up in the back.
What an incredible card, Joe Dombrowski. We had the pleasure of watching and sitting here and calling. I could watch this kind of great wrestling all night long.
It's been an incredible night here in Doha. Good night, everyone.